Hello Motivators, my name is Brandon Bullert and I am the Director of Fitness and Nutrition with Team Motivate, sponsored to you by Soldier Water and Nutrition Zone Vista. When you go to Nutrition Zone Vista for your supplements, tell Dave that Brandon from the video sent you and he'll take care of you. So we all know Motivators, it's going to be Super Bowl Sunday coming up. And guess what? Thousands of calories will be consumed, right? Hey, it's a fact. Just like Thanksgiving, just like Christmas. But let's try to make it just shave, maybe a few hundred calories versus, thousands of calories that are going to be consumed. Let's save a couple hundred calories. And I will tell you one of my favorite dips, and that's the Super Bowl chicken dip. Now I can't take credit for this, but I'll give credit to my sister so we can all thank my sister Bex in Minnesota. So what I have here, like I said, it's a chicken Super Bowl dip. I have 6 chicken breasts. They're skinless, boneless chicken breasts. Thawed breast right here. Now what I'm going to do is I take extra virgin oil and just barely put it on here. And I'm going to marinate the chicken breast in this extra virgin oil. And along with the extra virgin oil, I am going to use my favorite hot wing sauce, and that is the Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce, okay? You can use whatever you would like, but I'm going to use roughly about a half a bottle on the chicken breast, and I'm going to bake the chicken breast, okay? Marinating the chicken breast, make sure that every single chicken breast gets a little bit of oil. Now it's extra virgin oil, and like I've said before in my previous videos, fat doesn't make you fat, carbohydrates don't make you fat, protein doesn't make you fat. It's the excess amount of calories at the end of the day that'll make you fat. But that also depends, are you an active person or are you a lazy person with excess calories at the end of the day? And you know what that's going to happen, that's going to turn into fat. But if you are an active person and you're in a calorie surplus, then guess what? You're going to benefit and you're going to gain that muscle mass. Okay? So let's have some fun. Back to the chicken dip. Making sure every single chicken breast gets a little bit of the Frank's hot wing sauce on it. Have some fun with it. And actually, before we started this video, I set the oven to 350 degrees. Again, the oven is set at 350 degrees. And I'm going to put the chicken breast in for roughly about 35 minutes. Now it depends on how big of a Super Bowl party you might have. You might have to have the whole bag of chicken, okay? And the more chicken breast that you do put in the oven, it will take a little bit longer. It might even take an hour, okay? But this is a great dip. You're going to love it. So while I put this chicken breast into the oven, I'm going to tell you what else I'm going to do with the crock pot. But before that, remember, we're going to put some aluminum foil on this and take that shiny side of the aluminum foil and put that down towards the meat, okay? So pretend, like I said, shiny side down towards the meat. Pretend like the meat wants to see itself in the mirror. All right. Setting this up in the oven. I'm setting mine for 35 minutes. All right. Now, while that's doing its thing, we're going to go to the crock pot. Now, what I like to do is I like to use fat-free cream cheese. I'm going to use 3 of these. Now just because it's fat-free cream cheese, just because it says fat-free, ladies and gentlemen, does not mean it's calorie-free, okay? You gotta watch that. And because it says fat-free doesn't mean you can have more. You have to kind of watch it because sometimes when it says fat-free, they'll actually add a little bit more sugar into it, and basically if it was the original one, it's the same amount of calories. But I checked out that this was the best fat-free cream cheese, and you're already saving hundreds of calories per servings on here. So I'm going to use the fat-free cream cheese. I'm going to throw this in the crock pot. And again, it depends on how big of a Super Bowl party you're going to have. You may have to have 6 of these and a bunch more chicken breasts. So throw that all in here. And I'm also going to use the fat-free ranch, okay? Again, you have to kind of watch the sugar content, but it's still saving you hundreds of calories versus some of those other ones. So I'm going to use half a bottle of the fat-free ranch. You could also use blue cheese, but I'm more of a fan with the ranch. You pick and choose, okay? Now another thing is, I'm going to use about half of this bottle, along with the 3 cream cheese. As you can see, I got 2 more cream cheese trays to put in here, but I'm not going to bore you with that. So, motivators, while I add this, while the chicken breast is cooking, I'm going to tell you and teach you what we're actually going to put the chicken dip on to save even more hundreds of calories. So, I'll see you in about 35 minutes. Alright motivators, we're back. It hasn't been 35 minutes yet, but the chicken breasts are still baking. Again, that was at 350 degrees for roughly about 35 minutes. Again, the more chicken breasts you have, or the thicker the chicken breast that you do have, the time may take a little bit longer. Cut into them a little bit, make sure that that they're not pink on the inside, and then I'm going to teach you how I shred that chicken to put into this crock pot. And back to the crock pot, I have it actually on high right now. I put 3 cartons of the fat-free cream cheese and half a bottle of the fat-free ranch. Okay, like I said, you can use the ranch or blue cheese, or heck, you might even use the Thousand Island or French. It's kind of basically your preference. Okay, you can take my recipe here that we can thank my sister for again, and just kind of use it as a blueprint. Mix, match, take what you like, whatever it may be. Okay, but like I said, thousands of calories are going to be eaten during Super Bowl. Okay, I really don't care who wins. I'm just kind of a little frustrated that my Minnesota Vikings didn't do as well, but oh well. Saving hundreds of calories by, we are not going to use potato chips. Okay, as you can see, we have a variety of other things to actually save calories and to actually be a little healthier, but still the dip tastes like we're cheating, and we're going to still have fun and enjoy the game. So I like to use celery stalks. So instead of potato chips, using celery stalks, I'll take the celery stalks, I'll wash them, I'll cut off the ends a little bit, both sides here. Discard these guys. Now you can keep them as long as you want, or sometimes I like to just cut them right down the center again, and now I will actually use the little celery stalk as my spoon, okay, to use for my chicken dip. You have to get yourself a football tray, of course. Alright. Now another healthy substitute for chips is peppers. Have a variety of peppers, orange, yellow, red, whatever you may like. And what I do is I literally just take off the top, cut it open just like you are cutting open a pumpkin. Get that out of there. I get all the seeds out, and then I will wash out the pepper. Okay. Now you could actually take that chicken dip, okay, and just load up the pepper itself. Just, like a stuffed pepper, but it will be a stuffed pepper of the chicken dip. And you could actually bake the pepper if you wanted to, but I kind of like the crunch, okay? So literally, I could just chop the top off, okay? And I could fill that up with my chicken dip, and then just slice and dice that with a knife and fork and eat it like so. So there could be your bowl with your chicken dip. But another thing I like to do is I like to just slice up the peppers, okay? Like so, and again use these peppers basically as your spoon. So use the peppers as a spoon for the chicken dip, whatever you may like. But it's crunchy, and I tell you what, one thing that's kind of crazy about the human body, and when we are chewing, I mean we have teeth for a reason, okay? And the reason we have teeth is because we want to chew food. We don't want to sit there and drink all those crazy liquid shakes all the time because our bodies don't feel satisfied. So whenever we are actually chewing, hey, it tells the brain that we're actually doing something and that food is actually coming down to the body or down into the stomach. So our brain sends out a chemical, talks to the mouth releases what's called salivary amylase. Salivary amylase is an enzyme that helps break down food. So then the more that we chew, the healthier and more satisfied we actually become. Just a little tip for you. Now, since I cut up my spoons here, throw that like so, you can also use some lettuce, okay? Baby spinach, whatever you may want. Just take the lettuce, literally, throw that into your bowl, and then take that chicken dip and just throw that right on top. It is a fantastic, healthy substitute instead of chips or any other type of crazy carbs that you might put the stuff on.